Okay, good afternoon, and we appreciate everyone being here today. We've got a special announcement here at Lowe's Motor Speedway on the eve of the 25th running of the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race. We have some exciting news to announce today. NASCAR has partnered with iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations to create a brand new NASCAR-sanctioned online racing series, a new competition division that is licensed by NASCAR and organized and hosted by the good people at iRacing. Beginning in early 2010, NASCAR fans everywhere in the world will be able to log on to their computer and compete against one another, as well as compete against participating NASCAR drivers. It's going to be a very cool online racing experience that creates the most realistic NASCAR racing environment that we've ever seen. And joining us today, we have some special guests that are going to talk about this online racing series by iRacing. First, I'd like to call upon Blake Davidson, who is Managing Director of NASCAR Licensed Products, to talk a little bit further about this exciting new venture.
Just to give everybody a little background on the announcement today, this is not something that came together in the last year or even the last couple of years. To go way back, more than 10 years ago, we sat in Bill France Jr.'s office and looked at the software that Dave Kimmer originally created, and he had a vision to create a new series for NASCAR, a newly sanctioned series for NASCAR, and that would happen online, that people from all over the world could compete in from their homes. And at the time, it was just a little bit ahead of its time. The technology wasn't quite there. We did make some attempts at that, and we really just weren't ready at that time. But today, I'm really happy to say, honored to say, that we've done that with iRacing. We're creating a new NASCAR sanctioned series, a new division of NASCAR that people from all over the world can compete in from their homes. So we're very excited about that, very excited to be in partnership with iRacing. Dave Kimmer's, we've known Dave since I guess 15 years now, going back, creating this technology. So we're very thankful to him. Thankful to Dale Jr., who's been a big part of this and helping to consult with us, a real expert in this area, and a real big part of the iRacing team as well. And also to John Henry, who's not here today, who's also been very helpful, a co-founder of iRacing, and has a great vision for what this can become. So we're very excited about the partnership, excited to create a new series within NASCAR that allows everybody to experience what it's like to become a real NASCAR driver.
I just want to talk a little bit about where we came from in building this up. I mean, we've been working with NASCAR for a long time. At my old company, Papyrus, we did a series of NASCAR simulations for the PC, and it's always been great working with NASCAR. We had a very successful partnership. In the last few years, the technology for both home computers and the internet and the web have grown to the point where now it's possible for just about anybody to experience what it's like to drive in a NASCAR race, and not only that, compete in a championship and build all the skills that a real race driver would need to have. It's like a homecoming for me, actually, to be making this announcement, because we worked with NASCAR for many years, and to see this vision come to fruition is super exciting. Auto racing is an interesting sport because it's not a sport in which the fans, for the most part, get any chance to find out what it's like. With baseball and football, everybody's tried to hit a pitch, tried to throw the football. You can all imagine what it's like, to some degree, to play those sports, but auto racing is pretty distant for most people. And I started racing in the mid-90s and always wanted to bring that to the fan. What's it really like? And I think with iRacing, we've finally done that. We've created something which is so realistic that it's useful for a driver to train with. But actually, more importantly, it's a place that the fan, a motorsports enthusiast, can go in and find out just what does it take to be a race driver. So that's that's really where we've been focused. And we're trying to make something that all you need is a PC, an internet connection, and an inexpensive wheel and pedal set. Really just racing at your desk is possible.
Well, I think as we reach out and to different groups, I think this is the next level of fan participation. Being able to race against Junior, and I know when I had the opportunity to look at the demo and look at things and to see what all you guys did online, I mean, it was pretty impressive. And as simulation and grows and improves, it's incredible. It's very lifelike and real. And I can see that I can see this thing growing and being something that the fans really take in and participate in, and it'll grow in a hurry. And I know if I can find more time to do it myself, I know that I will. But I don't know if I can race at 2:30 in the morning like some of these guys do. But looking forward to it. But it's going to be great. I mean, the simulation is the way the whole sport's gone lately. Is dollars have tightened up in some areas of the race teams. It's all gone back to simulation work, and it just keeps growing and improving. And I know for a fact in the last 5 or 6 years, there's many of the drivers that have used this application to familiarize themselves with the track before they go and get on the track themselves. And a lot of the places that we go to, it takes that to get an edge. When you go to a place like Sears Point that has a lot of elevation changes and things like that, it's good for a driver to get in there, and it just gets them a step ahead of the guys that don't.
Dave was instrumental and a huge part in bringing the Papyrus titles on the scene several years ago, and that was basically the benchmark for simulation racing, and for years, all the way up until he developed iRacing and brought that to the masses. And so there's been tons of people chomping at the bit to be able to get the opportunity to see this software and see the advances in technology. And trust me, the gap between where iRacing is and the nearest competitor is quite large. And it's interesting to me that Alex Gurney or AJ or myself can be practicing at a race, and there's maybe a 50-year-old plumber and a 15-year-old kid who just got done doing his English homework in the same server, racing with us and enjoying the same experience. And they're all just fans really wanting to know and to be able to get as close to the realism of driving a race car as possible. And there's nothing really that captures it quite like iRacing. And their ability to laser scan racetracks means the racetracks are perfected to the nearest centimeter. I mean, it's such an impressive thing to be able to see how close these racetracks truly are to the real thing. And Dave has a good amount of professional drivers, such as myself, from all different types of racing to be able to offer expert feedback and opinion on how the realism and the physics of the actual vehicles are. So they are continue to dial those down to more realism, and it's amazing. I think the opportunity to match this up with NASCAR, I think it's a great move for NASCAR to be able to tie themselves into this, being that it's web-based. It's a click. You're a click away from joining a race, a practice, or whatever, and it can be a series like Mr. France once envisioned, and there'll be a crowned champion at the end of the year, and a lot of fun to be had. So I think it's exciting for everyone. It's definitely exciting for me, being on both sides of the fence as a consumer and being a little bit of piece of the development. It's quite amazing, really, how far we came in the last 10 years, and I'm really excited about this partnership, and I think that all the current subscribers are going to be thrilled, and I can't wait to see how many new people we bring to the software and the service itself over NASCAR's involvement.
Guys, thanks so much. It's going to be a very exciting venture. We'll have some more news, I'm sure, to talk about it later in the year, and look forward to next year. when it goes live. Thank you all very much for your attendance, and let's have a great race tonight.